You're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. It is live, coming to you from Hotlanta, Georgia, where I'm telling you, it is all about the Resurrection King of the Ring 5, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr. taking on Max Alexander for the UBO and IBS championship titles. This event is going to be held on Saturday, December the 10th at the Atlanta Civic Center. And let me just welcome everyone again from around the world, because we are streaming live on Ustream right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, world, wherever you are, if it's morning, good afternoon, good night, but whatever it is, it's all about King of the Ring 5. Again, Roy Jones Jr., it is the Resurrection. We have got a huge lineup that night. It's going to be a lot of fights going on. Let me acknowledge quickly our sponsors. Once again, it's being brought to you by KO Kings, Big Play Entertainment, Square Ring Promotions, and Royalty. Let's give them a round of applause in this room. Come on, make some noise. Yeah. I'm telling you, we got a lot of fights going on. Let me just tell you how many. 13 big fights. Fighting MMA, Brandon Rivers and Chris Gibbs. Fighting MMA, Eric Farmer and Alan Gogigliev. Fighting in boxing, it will be Tristan Tran, Todd, and Beaton Laurent. Also MMA, Tisha Torres, and his fighter is still to be determined. Mike Wessel and Gabe Brown, Ricky Rainey, Amber Danovic and James Marino, Ryan Cohn and Juan Astorga. Big Risk, Brian Howard and Sharif Kim. In our co-main event in MMA, we got Zach Klaus taking on Aaron Tex Johnson. In our co-main event with boxing, we have got, or MMA, we've got Kendrick Myrie and David Vitke. Co-main event boxing, Chris Howard and his opponents. Hey, 3 of them have backed out, but he's going to be in the ring fighting that night for the NABA US lightweight title. And of course, the main event, it is Max Alexander taking on Roy Jones Jr. And as you know, as a professional, Roy Jones Jr. captured every world title from middleweight all the way up to heavyweight. He won middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and the heavyweight divisions. The only boxer in history, ladies and gentlemen, to start his career as a junior middleweight and go on to win a heavyweight title. Did you hear me? A heavyweight title. And he still's got some unfinished business because he hasn't won that cruiserweight title, and he's going for it. You know he left his mark in boxing when he won the WBA heavyweight title, becoming the first former middleweight champ to win a heavyweight title in 106 years. Roy Jones Jr. named Fighter of the Decade for the 1990s by the Boxers Writers Association of America. And it is King of the Ring 5, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr. versus Max Alexander for the UBO and IBS championship title, December 10th, here at the Atlantic Civic Center. Now I want you to meet some of our boxers that are fighters, MMA fighters that will be performing this night in the ring. First of all, in our co-main event, we have got Zach Klaus and Aaron Tex Johnson. I'd like to ask Zach to come on up to the microphone. Where is Zach? Zach, get up here, please. Come on up, Zach. We got the whole world waiting on you. Zach, I want you to tell our viewers just a little bit about yourself and what you plan to do in the ring. Take that microphone. Talk, guys, again. Talk loud.
Well, I'm from Charlotte. I've been doing this for about 4 years, and my background's boxing and wrestling. And mainly from the boxing thing, I like to hit people in the face, so that's what I'm doing.
All right, Zach, I'm scared already, man. Good Lord. Your opponent that night, you're going to be in the ring for 3 rounds of MMA, is none other than Aaron Tex Johnson. Aaron, come on up here. Oh, Aaron's a big boy. Tell us, Aaron, a little bit about yourself, Tex, and what you plan to do.
I'm one of the best grapplers in the state of Georgia and in the world. It's going to be knocks my off.
Oh my goodness, would you 2 guys come to the front here, please? Each one of you come up to the front, face to face. Let's see what it look like. It is big time. It is Zach Klaus taking on Aaron Tex Johnson, 3 rounds, mixed martial arts, and King of the Ring 5. Let's hear it for him. Thank you, young man. Thank you. That's an ugly stare there. Would not have liked to break that one up. All right, that's Zach and Tex. We've got a great young man that's been training here in the Atlanta area at Paul Murphy Gymnasium in Doraville. He is undefeated. He is a great young man. I want you to welcome up here to the microphone none other than Brian Big Risk Howard. Come on up here. 13-0, Brian Big Risk. Talk about yourself, man. Tell them what you're going to do.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian Big Risk Howard. My plan is simple. Execute my plans until my corner. Systematically break them down. Expeditiously get them out. Simple.
This is your trainer, your manager, Bert Wells. Bert, talk about Brian and what's going to make this young man a winner.
Well, we're not gonna overlook Sharif. He's a good boxer. We're giving him our credit. He's been in the game a while, but he stands in the way of Brian and our future endeavors in getting the WBA, WBC title. So you know, we're gonna go in there and take care of business. We've been training for it. We've been working. We've been getting a lot of conditioning, a lot of sparring for it. So. Brian gonna knock him out. You know, I know Brian don't like to do a lot of talking, but Brian gonna knock him out. Probably be about 2-3 rounds at the most, but we're gonna try to get a crowd what they're looking for.
All right, that's Bert Wells. You guys take one step to the left. I want to stay up here for a second though, because your opponent is here, Brian. Your opponent is here. He said he ain't scared. Please welcome to the podium, Sharif Kemp, ladies and gentlemen. Sharif, how you doing, man?
All right. Look, this is boxing, man. This is not a popularity contest. This is not a speech contest. I see this young man's record is very good. I have him a very close source. He's a very good fighter, but I've been doing this a long time. And Burton, me and Burton have been through this before. You know, he said this again about another fighter that he was going to do to me, and they had to wake him up after the first round. So I'm not saying, I don't predict no knockouts. That's not what I come to do. I come to put in work, and I wish him the best. I wish you the best, Bert. I'll see y'all on the 10th.
All right, can I give it two fighters out front here, face to face. Let's see what they look like, how they match up to one another. This is Sharif Kemp and Brian Big Risk Howard, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, they'll be going 6 rounds, 200 pounds boxing at King of the Ring 5, the Resurrection, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Our next fighter is a great fighter. So great, in fact, 3 of his opponents have backed out after learning more about his abilities. I want to ask at this time, Chris Howard, to please step up, along with his dad and trainer, Eric Howard. He's going to be fighting on that night. 10 rounds for the NABA US lightweight title. Let's give it up for Chris.
First of all, I'd just like to thank God for allowing me to be here this evening and let me be a part of such a big show, such as Roy Jones. He's the main reason why I became a boxer in the first place. I love what I do. I'm very good at what I do. I just got back from camp with the champion of the world and been in camp with him for 5 weeks. And right now, whoever they put in front of me, I'm destroying. There's nothing they can do. Nobody can stop me. Bring them on. Because they may be a lightweight title going on with me.
Let's hear it again for Chris. Now this is Chris' dad, Eric, and you've been training, of course, this young man since he was an embryo. So talk about his abilities and why you think he's the champ.
Well, I just think Chris's work ethic, I always thought that even when he was an amateur, thought his work ethic was going to be making him champion of the world. And he's continued on with his work ethic, and he's in great shape right now. Just got back from a 5-week camp with Adrian Bronner. And he's ready. He's ready for anybody that the promoter puts in front of him. We want to thank the promoter for putting us on this co-main event. And you guys watch out for Chris Howard. He's the next lightweight champion of the world. Just watch out for him, guys.
All right, let's hear it again for the Howards. Yeah. Once again, it is King of the Ring 5 Resurrection. Let's get a shot here. Come on and stand up here, Chris. Let's see what you're working with there. Let's see those biceps, Chris. There you go. Oh, yeah, he is ready, ladies and gentlemen. I want to bring up the promoter at this time. Oh, yeah, come on up here for 1 second. From KO Kings, Adrian Patrick, come on up here. Step up here for a second. Because I know you got to feel good. It's the big fight. Roy Jones Jr., you brought it to Atlanta. Talk about it, man.
Hey, I'm Adrian Patrick of KO Kings. I've been promoting for quite a year since December 2005. Been doing it 6 years. I work with most of the fighters here. Sharif Kemp actually was on my very first card I had December 2005 over at Vegas Nights. Slowly we built, there's been a lot of trials and tribulations building up because, you know, when you're an independent promoter, no TV or anything like that, no major sponsors, it gets very difficult. However, the benefit of this particular show is the advent of the internet. With the advent of the internet and the innovations that have been made, working with LDL TV, Ustream, Facebook, and so forth, now we have a worldwide platform in China, Germany, United States, everywhere. And having a legend like Roy Jones Jr., a name like that, combined with the new innovations, with the internet and so forth, the platform is set now where the landscape will be changed. Because everybody, everywhere now can buy not for $59.99, not for $49.99, for less than $10, for $9.99. You can see the legend, Roy Jones Jr., on your laptop, your desktop, your iPhone, or whatever, through Ustream.tv. And that is what, to me, is a new platform and a level of endeavor that I have accomplished with the work of a lot of good people here in Atlanta. For example, Burt Wells, the top boxing gym, Dorville Boxing Gym in Atlanta, ATT. I have some of the best MMA fighters, actually the best MMA fighters, decided to join with the promotion to raise the level of the promotion. Another thing we did, we mixed boxing with MMA. We have Dave K, Knuckle Up, we have Kendrick Myrie with ATT, we have Tex Johnson fighting, we have from North Carolina, Zach Klaus fighting. We have the best of the best from both sides coming together and agreeing to work together to make this the largest promotion in Georgia history. And I'd like to thank everyone for working with me. I think we should stay online, let the world know that Atlanta is here and we're a force to be reckoned with. Thank you very much. And I want everybody to log into Ustream.tv and go to Ticketmaster.com and buy these tickets. This show will be the show to be at. Thank you.
All right, and Adrian Patrick, CEO of KO Kings, thank you so much. Once again, Ticketmaster.com, Ustream.tv, that's where you can see it. It is King of the Ring 5, The Resurrection, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr. fighting live versus Max Alexander for both the UBO and the IBS Championship titles, December the 10th. That's a Saturday at the Atlantic Civic Center. It is the main event of boxing, and there has been a lot of talk going on. So I want to bring up to the podium at this time the young man that is looking to stop the resurrection, Max Alexander. Please come forward. Where's Max? Oh, Max, come on up here. Tell them about yourself, Max.
What's going on, everybody? Max Alexander from Axon, New Jersey. I'm living in Raleigh right now, training. I don't really talk too much trash, but it's a great opportunity. I watched Roy growing up. I love him, but he honestly has to retire. It's over for him. People looking at me like, oh, Max can't fight. Guarantee you, you'll see, I can fight. No hint. I'm telling you the truth. I put no ifs, ands, or buts. You know, you go out in the country, you gotta knock these dudes out. I lost my last 5 fights at weight classes I shouldn't have been at. I'm a lot stronger at cruiserweight. So whoever gonna get it, Roy, thanks for the opportunity. But we all need a stepping stone. We all need somebody to make our name go big. And Roy's my stepping stone. He had a stepping stone, but you know, thanks for the opportunity. But good night, Roy.
All right, thank you so much, Max. Go ahead and have a seat for a second because look at here. We're gonna bring you back up in just a minute. But we've got another fighter in here that just walked into the ring. So I want to bring up here in our co-event, our co-main event for MMA that night, David Vitkay. Would you please come up to the podium, please? David Vitkay. Talk about yourself, Dave, and tell me what you're going to do on that night.
Hey guys, I'm David K. out of Detroit, Michigan, 31 years old. Gonna be fighting Kendrick Myrie December 10th. Looking forward to it. Roy Jones Jr. It's gonna be great. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming out.
Stand up for a second, Dave, please. It's your opponent that night. 3 rounds of boxing in our main event for MMA. 3 rounds of MMA is Kendrick Myrie. Please come up, please. Kendrick, come on up here. Kendrick, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to do that night.
My name is Kendrick Myrie. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. And basically, I just do what I do best. I win. Honestly, I don't really know how Dave expects he's gonna beat me, but I'm more than glad, and I'm very privileged to fight somebody like Dave. They're very well respected in Atlanta, and I just want to know, you know, like personally, like I didn't understand why he took the fight, but like I said, this is a guy that I grew up watching here in Atlanta, and I would like to. I'm very excited about fighting Dave Big Cat. To be honest with you, I'm very excited. I'm very thrilled. I can't get the grin off my face, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really ready to throw down and get it on so I can get my name out there, get the respect that I want. Because that's one of the #1 things I'm fighting for. That's the reason that I'm taking this fight with Dave, because like I said, Dave is a respected person. And in order to be respected in your hometown, you got to fight the best. And I feel like Dave's one of those guys. So I can't wait to get it on with Dave. So here you go.
All right, thank you. You heard it. Would you 2 gentlemen please step out in front of the podium, toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye. Let's see what it look like. These are 2 well-stocked young men. Yeah, let's give it up for these fighters. It is the co-main event. Yeah, main event in MMA. Kendrick Myrie and David Pitt Kay. All right, fellas, looking forward to it. Once again, this is being brought to you by KO Kings, Big Play Entertainment, Square Ring Promotions, and Royalty. It is King of the Ring 5, The Resurrection, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr., Max Alexander. It is taking place December the 10th at the Atlanta Civic Center. 13 big fights on that night. And the main event that night is none other than the man who has done it. He is the WBA everything. He's won every championship it is. What can I say? If you got a letter, if you got a belt, this young man has won it. Named Fighter of the Decade, captured every title from middleweight all the way up to heavyweight. Middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the legendary Roy Jones Jr.
Good afternoon, everybody. Very delighted to be here. Thank God for blessing us all with the opportunity to come and share in a wonderful event. Looking forward to this wonderful event. I don't take fights because I pick people I think I can beat up on. I like to pick people that are going to be difficult to beat up on because that's my job. Figure out how to beat up on the next man. That's a lot of people that say I probably need to retire. They can say what they want to say. They can call it what they want to call it. I don't underestimate nobody. I know Max can fight. I'm not stupid. I wouldn't be here if I thought he couldn't fight because it would be a waste of my time. However, I know he said he's going to use me as a stepping stone. I'm a stone, but I ain't no stepping stone. I'm kind of like a ghost stone. So be ready for it to get these stones come across their head because they come.
It's the main boxing event. Roy, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, Roy, because we got some folks that's online have sent in questions, want to ask. But I guess I got to ask Max, you heard what Mr. Jones had to say. Your response?
Well, you know, like I said, it's a great thing that Roy looks at me not like an easy fight. I've been training my butt off. And like I said, I have nothing bad to say about Roy. He's a great fighter. We all know what he can do. But, I mean, I'm coming to work, coming to win, not laying down. And that's all it is. And like I said, at the end of the night, I'll be victorious. Knockout, with my hands up, however it comes, I'm winning. So, and that's all I have to say.
Fair enough. Listen, we are online around the world right now. We'd like to welcome our viewers from all over the world. And we've got some questions that have come in for our fighters here. Let's see, Chuck Creekmore and Ciandra Sims of allhiphop.com wrote in. They want to know, are you going to get serious about your music beyond your days in the ring? They want to know about the music, Roy.
Right now, I'm more serious about my days in the ring because there are
closer to the end, I can always come back and do music. You can't sing, you can't fight about it all your life, but you can sing about it your whole life. So right now it's boxing. Maybe I get to music later.
All right, all right. We're going to open up for questions here in the room as well. Questions for Max Alexander. Anybody got any questions? Reporters? Right here, Cesar Hernandez.
Max, you've had a colorful career, some setbacks. What do you see in Roy Jones to make you think you can beat him?
Come on, both of you guys stand up, please.
Roy.
What you say again? I didn't really hear.
The question was, what do you see in Roy Jones at this point in his career to make you think you can beat him?
I mean, as a fighter, you think you can beat anybody. I don't know a fighter that comes into the ring ready to lose, or they shouldn't be fighting. I watched Roy growing up all the time. It's not now that I think I can beat him. I thought I could beat him years ago. Even when I was foolish. But right now, he's 42, 43 years old. It's a great time for me to catch him at the end of the game. People look at me, my last fights, I lost a couple. I don't get knocked out. I go overseas, I take a fight with 2 weeks notice. Let me tell you the one thing that I know will make me victorious at the end of this night. They gave me too much notice for this fight. Too much notice. I had 3 months to get ready for this fight. That's too much. I'm taking fights with a week's notice, going to Germany, going to Russia, 12 rounds, these so-called champions. There's no way. You give me 3 months notice, and I'm not ready. So it's a great opportunity, like I said, and I thank Roy for giving me the opportunity to get my name out there, and a great opportunity to fight. That's really it.
Roy Mack says he's had 3 months to train, and that's not good news for you. How do you feel about that?
I had the same 3 months.
All right, Roy. We've got another question that came in, let's see, from SaddleBoxing.com. Roy, this is for you. After winning the heavyweight title, you said you didn't have any more goals. So why are you still boxing when you have won and done everything in the sport?
Well,
Can you please stand up, Roy?
To say I didn't have any more goals after winning the heavyweight title is not true, because I'm a person who is a realist. And if I was going to do what Bob Fitzsimmons did back in 1896, which is win the middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight title, it was my destiny, and it was definitely my duty to go back down and recapture the light heavyweight title. So if I didn't do that, then I can talk about it, but I really didn't do what Bob Fitzsimmons did if I didn't go back and recapture the light heavyweight title. So I never said that that was going to be it for me. That's not true, for one. Number two, the only title that's eluded me throughout my career between middleweight and heavyweight is the cruiserweight title. Well, I could go home and just call it a day. I don't think someone's going to fight us do something stupid and get myself in trouble. We hear about a lot of ex-champions that go when they're in their prime still, and they do dumb things that don't make sense because they don't fight and they don't have an everyday occupation anymore. I love commentary, but I'm still capable of doing what I do in the ring. So as long as I'm capable, I'm going to do it. When I get to where I can't do it anymore, then I call it a day.
Roy Jones Jr., thank you very much. Any of our reporters in here? Again, questions for our fighters? Yes, sir. For Roy, go ahead.
In Brazil, people mention a lot that fight against Roy against Anderson Silva. I want to know if Anderson Silva, this is possible one day, to be a fight against Anderson Silva.
Roy, they say in Brazil, they're talking about you and Anderson Silva. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, they talk about water. But no, I talked to Anderson a couple times. He's a great MMA guy. And I told him if he ever gets free of his contract with Dana White, and he want to box, this is what I do. I don't turn down nothing. Not even my comments sometimes. So they want to box me, bring it on. That's what I do.
Max, we got a question for you here. How do you think that you can beat this young man who has won so many titles and you're on the upcome?
It's called work, dedication, and hunger. I'm hungry, Unfortunately, I never had, I was never fed anything. Never fed any wins. Never fed nothing. So I don't expect to be fed anything tonight, or the night of the fight. So I expect to win, but I just outworking Roy. No matter what you say, Roy Jones, everyone remembers what Roy Jones was and is, yes. But he's 43. He ain't gonna I'm 30. He's not gonna outwork me. And he better be in shape. And I hope he did take those 3 months serious and not this last month. Because I swear to y'all, he got some for his hands. I tell you the truth, I'm coming to work and he ain't the Roy he used to be. He can't hit me. He's not gonna touch me. I'm fast, and if you watch the tape, I can't be hit. So.
He's fast and you're not the Roy that he used to be, was the words of Max Alexander. Once again, it is King of the Ring 5 happening here in Atlanta, Georgia at the Atlantic Civic Center. It's on December the 10th. And hey, you can get your tickets right now online, Ticketmaster.com. It's going to be live on Ustream.tv and only like $9.99. I mean, you cannot beat that. We're talking about legendary Roy Jones Jr. taking on Max Alexander live in the ring. Roy, we got a question from World Boxing News for you here. And that question is, what is your ultimate goal before you retire?
My ultimate goal is first I want to win the Cruiserweight title. After I win the Cruiserweight title, I'll probably call it a day if somebody upset the Klitschko's already. If somebody ain't upset them yet, I don't know.
The Klitschko's. Roy Jones Jr., King of the Ring 5. It is happening here. Any other questions from our audience, our reporters out here? Any questions? Yes, sir. Cesar Hernandez.
Roy, you're a rarity in the sport. You still keep your speed even though you're 42 years old. You have excellent footwork. The thing that looked like it betrayed you last time was your stamina when you went to Russia. What have you done to remedy that?
Question was, Roy still got the speed, but what about the stamina, Roy?
I ain't gonna tell you exactly what I did. Remember that? Because you know, this cat up here, he is listening. But believe you, I took care of it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what you talk about. I took care of all of that. You understand where I'm coming from? So, and that was the only thing that fell short of was the stamina. But I got that fixed, so I went to the Mayo Clinic and got cleared and shot was okay. Got all that done. So there be no excuses. So now I'm ready.
Yes, we have a question from a reporter. Yes, thank you.
Aquarius William from Q Talks. I want to know, Roy, why did you choose Atlanta for your resurrection than any other major city?
Why did you choose Atlanta, Roy, for the resurrection?
To be honest, I have had so many fans here in Atlanta for so long, and I just been waiting for a great opportunity to come here and fight for them. And when I got an opportunity dealing with Adrian, I was watching put on a few fights, I realized how ambitious he was about what he's doing. So I said, you know, here's the type of guy I like to work with, somebody who's hungry, somebody who's very ambitious about what they're doing. I'm even fighting a guy that's very ambitious about what he does. That's the kind of guy I like to deal with, because that makes me get up and go. Because the higher they go, the higher I got to go. Because I am the top dog, and I'm going to stay on top till I get ready to go. You understand me? So that's why I'm here under these circumstances and situations. Because he's an ambitious type of guy. He's an ambitious type of guy. That's what I love. And that's why I've been waiting on the perfect opportunity, and I found it. I thank God for it.
Thank you, Roy. Atlanta has a storied history with boxing, from Evander Holyfield, Vernon. Of course, when Muhammad Ali, his first fight after being banished, was right here in Atlanta, Georgia. So there's a history of boxing, and you can witness that history live online. You can get it from Ustream.tv, only $9.99 for the pay-per-view. Or, of course, you get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com, because you want to be in that place. It's the Atlanta Civic Center on December the 10th for King of the Ring 5. It is the resurrection featuring legendary Roy Jones Jr. We got some beautiful ring models that I want to introduce to you at this time, because one of the things about these fights put on by KO Kings and Big Play, these promoters, is that it is full of entertainment. And so at this time, I'd like to ask our beautiful ring models to please come forward. Come on up here, guys. Let's hear it for our ring models as they come on. Come all the way up here. I want you to introduce yourself, tell the audience a little bit about you and why they should come to the fight.
Hi, I'm Shan, and the fight's gonna be great, and don't wanna miss it. I'm Cassie. I'm Brittany. I'm Tanisha.
And I'm gonna ask you one more time, why should these fans come out to the fight?
Because it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no doubt about that. It's King of the Ring 5. And it is featuring our legendary champion, Roy Jones Jr., fighting live versus this young man who looks like he is up to the challenge. It is Max Alexander, Saturday, December the 10th at the Atlanta Civic Center. We're winding down, but we got some more reporters walked into the room. We got a question for you, for either of our fighters. Yes, sir.
Hey, Roy, what's your prediction on what round you're going to knock him out?
Prediction on what round you're going to knock him out, Roy?
First round he slip in, down he goes. I don't know what round that might be, but if you 1 through 12, but the first one he slip in, down he got to go. That's how I do.
Got a question here
This was for Matt.
for Max.
Now, one of the key things, one of the most important things that bring down a lot of up-and-coming fighters is underestimating their opponent. And we all know Roy's getting up there in age, but we also can match it up against what he's done over those years. So, do you feel like you might be underestimating him, or do you think you prepared for that?
Good question. The reporter asks, are you underestimating the greatness of Roy Jones Jr.?
Negative. Negative. That's you can never. I trained for and watched tapes on the old Roy. Okay, I didn't watch the Russian fight. I didn't watch any of those fights because that's not Roy. Okay, I watched the Roy that was a star, and he still is who he is. But that's the Roy I trained for. Okay, so you know, people ask me what round he gonna knock me out in. Good question. But like I said, you will see me in 10 rounds. I promise you that. Awake, conscious, talking, and with my hands up. So for all those people out there who love Roy, and I love Roy, just please support me when I beat him. Please. That's all I ask. I don't want to hear no advance buts. Roy didn't have this, Roy didn't have that. I don't want to hear it. Just please support me like you support this young man. And, you know, that's all it is.
Thank you, Max. Final questions. Any questions for our fighters? Fighters, I'm going to ask, could you please come out to the front of the table here, toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye.
Everybody, get on your feet, get on the way now. Right now, Jones Jr., the best power in the world.
It is King of the Ring 5, The Resurrection, featuring the legendary Roy Jones Jr. and Max Alexander. Saturday, December the 10th, Atlanta Civic Center. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, around the world, you can watch it right here on Ustream. Watch it live on Ustream right here. Only $9.99. Ticketmaster.com. Get your tickets to see it live at the Atlanta Civic Center. Saturday, December the 10th. Roy Jones Jr. is back, taking on Max Alexander, King of the Ring 5, The Resurrection in Atlanta, Georgia. Witness history, December the 10th. Live on your computer or live at the Civic Center. I want to thank you all around the world. Any more questions? KOKings.net.